They banned phones at our school. I heard. That's what I was talking about it like earlier. I think yesterday. I was like, "What do you mean? Like school phones are banned?" I saw this one girl on TikTok. She made me so sad because she was like, "I got a small ass bladder. I can't." Another pee story, by the way. Sorry. I have a small ass bladder. I need to pee. So she's like, everyone's taking turns to go use the bathroom because like you can only have one person leave your fucking classroom to use the bathroom. You don't have your phones because they put your phones in a phone pocket. So she can't call her mom. She can't call for help or nothing. So she's holding her pee for the longest time because the teacher literally said you can pee after this one person. And it's like literally when the person came back, she's like, everyone keeps going on a pee break. No one's gonna go pee no more. So this girl's over here like, I better use it. I could pee. So she's over there like holding her piss for like last hour of class. Our class ends. She speeds to the bathroom, and then she doesn't have her phone still because they're in little pockets. So she ends up finding out she's on her period, has no pad, cooked. Finally pees though. So she just sits there in the bathroom because like class and like the new class period started and everything. So she's late for class as is. So for like 25 minutes, this girl's screaming in the bathroom because she has nothing for her pad, nothing, like she's bleeding, she had no pad, she needs a girl to help her, save her. So she's screaming for like 20 minutes to get someone to attention. Someone finally gets in, gives her a pad, she's saved. Now she has to go to the office with the late pass, being like, can you excuse my absence because I literally was like bleeding and dying and I had to pee really bad, and my teacher didn't let me use the bathroom in my last shift or whatever. And the teachers were like, the principal, like the counselor, whatever the fuck, that room with the principal, they were like, we don't believe you. That's not an excusable reason. Go back to class. You're late. Cause like, mind you, she couldn't call her friends for help because nobody got their phones. She couldn't call her mom being like, give me a pad, take me home early or nothing. The way I would have crashed out, I would have been like, you want to see a picture of my blood, you coochie smelling bitch? Anyways, so I felt bad for that girl, and I was really thinking about it. I was like, God, imagine like you have an allergic reaction, you need a pad, you're dying, school shooter. How are you gonna call your parents to pick you up? What do you mean you're gonna put my phone in a sack? I'm seeing kids make fake phone molds so they can put their phone in the sack so they won't lose their phone for the day. How about your phone that's gone? Nah, that's foul. Sucks, but it's it is these days. What is these days? I remember. I don't think I told the story. Did I tell the story? Yeah, I told the story on my Discord server. I remember when I was younger, they had some phone rules for certain classes, but obviously I graduated when AI wasn't even a thing. Get good, kids. So I was a math teacher. I remember she made like phone sacks, and she was like, everyone put their phone in the phone sack. And I was like, yeah, I didn't like the rule, but I abided by it. So I put my phone in the phone sack. Then I remember this one kid, this girl was notorious for stealing people's phones because I saw her steal a phone right in front of me, one of my friend's phones right in front of me. And I to this day, I regret, like, cause I thought she was like a friend of his, so I let it happen. Then, cause I thought they were teasing or whatever. Then I find out, no, she took this phone, like, straight up, like, didn't even give it back. And I'm like, I'm literally telling everyone, I'm like, that girl stole the phone. And she's like, nah, I know I didn't. And then I'm like, you fucking fat-fingered bitch. I hope you die. But, she stole his phone. So one day she, like, threatened me or whatever to steal my phone. I immediately got up, took my phone out the sack, put it in my pocket, and I did not give a fuck. You got me fucked up. I don't trust these kids, and I don't trust these teachers. I don't trust any of you. I'm keeping my phone. And every time a teacher tried to be like, you can't have your phone out, you can't only one time a teacher ever took my phone, that was in middle school, and that was the first time my phone ever got taken. Like, because like when I was younger, I used to be like a goody two shoes. I would always listen to the teachers and shit like that. So this was like a middle school, because the high school thing was like the other phone with the phone sack, that was high school. So I didn't give a fuck no more, and I kept taking my phone away from these teachers because like fuck them. But I remember in middle school, the first time I ever put my phone in a sack or whatever, or got taken or whatever, it was taken, and they would put it all the way in the principal's office. And I remember I almost missed the bus because I had to walk in this busy ass like hallway. I was literally pushing people out the way, bowling ball to pins, pushing people out the way to get to my phone like a fucking ravenous dog, as if I had a phone addiction. No, bitch, I just wanted to get my phone back, because if I didn't have my phone and I missed the bus, my parents will have to come back and get me and be mad as fuck because they had to get me when they don't get off of work until fucking 4 or 5 and the school ends at 3. I'm not waiting here extra hours, and I'm not getting my ass whooped because you guys are boring, because I probably took my phone out because y'all boring. So ever since that day, I was like, I'm never letting a bitch take my phone ever again. Because anyway, why do schools take kids' phones when y'all don't even have enough Wi-Fi for me to even use my phone? Back in high school, the Wi-Fi was so fucking bad, there was no point of pulling out your phone, because what you gonna look up? You're gonna stare at the disconnected line. You're gonna stare at the low bars because there's nothing to fucking do. I had to go outside and wave my phone in the air to get some sort of connection. So, what the fuck we taking our phones out for? But anyways, these bitches don't pay my bills. These bitches didn't buy my phone. These bitches don't even pay for the accessories. So why are they taking our phone? That's why I tell like the new generations, keep your phone. Get kicked out of school if needed. Because who do y'all think you are? I don't give a fuck about these chat GBTs and AI because the teachers are using them to grade your papers anyways. Y'all really give a fuck about chat GBT and AI and all that bullshit? How about you learn how to fucking teach? Because some of these teachers don't know how to teach shit anyways. Like, what do you mean some of these kids can't read they in 5th grade and they can't read at a 1st grade level? Not my fault your kids are dumb, but that's the shit I'm talking about. I was like, bitch, I paid for that phone. You're not taking my phone. And that's why, in my family, well, I'll be telling people, like, if I had a kid and everything, I'll be like, just fight for your phone. Don't let anyone take your phone. If they snatch that phone from your hand, tell me, I'll whoop their ass. Like, I don't know. I feel like the schooling system, they don't give a fuck about students anyways. Phones are not the problem. It's the damn schooling system. I remember back in the day, you could be dumb as bricks, but because they had the no child left behind rule, you can have the literal most brain dead brick-headed child graduate high school. Fuck you mean? You can literally have straight Fs and still graduate. Anyways, my event's over. I'm not even doing art no more. I'm yelling because I don't like the idea of them taking the kids' phones. How about we go back to the olden days? Give that bitch a pencil and paper. What the fuck you mean you got a Chromebook? If you're in the States, your child must have phones on them 24/7 at school. Yep, exactly. The phones are the problem. It's y'all technology. Cause why the fuck I'm hearing that the babies, like the elementary schoolers, they're having like fucking terrible hand-eye coordination. Like they're pulling the pencils as if they're like a fucking thumbless animal. I don't know. Because these kids can't write, they can't read. I'm seeing kids trying to learn how to spell their name at 3rd grade. Blah blah blah. How about you go back to giving these bitches a pencil and paper? Oh, you want to do an essay about fucking Anne Frank? Here's a book. Read the book. And if you pick up an ebook, I'm throwing you out my class head first. What the fuck? Get them on the gambling app at this point. What the fuck? Gambling? What gambling? What gambling app? What are you talking about? Stop trying to make my kids gamble. They're gonna read Anne Frank book to book. Paper. How about a popcorn? Remember back in the day, we had to play popcorn and we're reading textbooks together. I remember back then because I was in a special kids school class because I'm special. So, whenever we did popcorn, so let's say I read a page, like I read page 1, then you'll have like, Charles, read page 2. Then Charles will be like, what page are we on? Because these bitches weren't paying attention. I can't imagine what that's like in current day. And they would like stutter or something whenever they're reading, which is like valid. We were all the special kids. Like of course we're gonna stutter and be stupid. But like, holy shit. I can't imagine what it's like nowadays. Do we not do popcorn no more? Do we not pick up a book, open the pages to number 25 and just start popcorning? That not a thing no more? Am I old? Project Sakai. No, don't give them kids Project Sakai. They need to do a project. You better project them books into their minds. I remember back then, every time I uttered a sentence, my parents were like, how about you read that damn book? Oh, you bored? Read a book. What happened to that? Why don't people just draw books at their kids no more? Kids complaining to type an essay. They would never imagine writing a 7-page essay by hand. Exactly. Oh my god. The only good thing about like technology is that you don't have to read kids' abysmal handwriting anymore. I feel like teachers were so easy on kids when it came to essays because half the time they couldn't read what the fuck they were saying. They're like, I know this kid tried. I know they gave me a 10-page essay and they did their best, but holy shit, I can't read anything they're saying. A+. Like, I think that's the only good thing about that. I remember back in high school for health class, I think it was like junior year, we had to do like swimming, and the kids who couldn't do swimming either because like disabilities or they didn't want to or whatever reason, they'll be like, okay, you can't swim? Give me a 10-page essay on like the health of swimming or some bullshit, like some random health type essay. I can't imagine being a kid nowadays and having some type of reason of why you can't do swimming classes in my school, because I don't know if anyone at other school did this, and it's like, you have to write a 10-page essay. And then they complain. I'm like, what the fuck? Kids could never. To this day, I'm still doing like essays and shit because of college and shit. And I'm just like, what do you mean people my age are using AI to do these? Because like, it is hard work. I will admit that. Like, it sucks doing essays and shit. But once you get into just like reading it, you just kind of like hyper focus. Like that's like, for example, I'm in a sociology class right now. I never gave a fuck about sociology before, but it's like that dude was like, read chapter 1. I open that textbook and I'm like, wait, this shit's kind of fire. Like, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. So I read the whole first chapter, obviously, and it's had to go up and I gotta do my little essay and shit. And honestly, because I know what the fuck I'm reading, I just do like boom, 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 boom. I'm done with like a 3-page essay in like a half hour and I'm done. And I'm just like, what do you mean people don't do that? What do you mean someone just go to ChatGPT, types that in and just like, can you this is my essay? Bro, just read it. It's not hard. Like, unless like they're giving you like old literature type 1800s English, I think you'll be fine. Cause bitch, if you give me like some English work and tell me to read like an old man's poetry, I will kind of crack and open an AI program. Don't give me that. I will cry. Like, I don't know. I feel like essays are actually, I feel like the hard part of making an essay is reading the fucking like work. Like, if you tell me to go read something boring as shit, I'm struggling. But if you tell me to make an essay on like a certain topic I'm interested in, oh, I'm having a ball. I'm having a field day. Like, writing the essay part is so fun to me. Reading stuff for the essay part is such a bummer. It actually makes me sad. That's how you do. That's how you like. How to explain it? That's how you make me sink into my fucking seat and like cry a little bit. See, I'm glad that you agree with me. Thank you, Yuri.